Hi, a very good morning to all my viewers. Hope you all enjoyed my previous programs. And today's topic is regarding love. Love is a word which is used by everybody. Everybody. But few people don't know the real meaning of this term love. Yeah, today I'll highlight y'all, I'll state few examples and anecdotes which will help y'all to get a real conception of this term love. Yeah, see, people say that I love my wife, I love my mother, I love my child. Well, some people do live up to the term love, they do justify to the term love, but there are plenty of people who I've met in life, who I've come across, they really don't know the true meaning of that word love. What is love? What is love? As far as my interpretation of love is, love, Love, means living for another others valued or valuable emotions. L is living for. O is others. V is value or valuable. E is for emotions. That's my interpretation of love. Now, what does that mean by living for others' valuable emotions? Is simple. They say that, for example, I'll give you my own anecdote. The reason I'm giving my own anecdote is, as I mentioned in my earlier programs, I don't want to be held answerable by people who get offended by my speech. Okay? They might be thinking that my interpretation is all wrong. Fine, I can't do anything about it, and I don't mean to offend anybody or humiliate anybody or condemn anybody. No, it's just that I want to highlight people with what I think is right. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I don't know. Anyway, as far as my knowledge goes, I think I'm right. So anyway, my experience of this term love has been really something which is totally contrary to what I interpret what is love all about. For example, there was a person who told me that she loves me. I am her world. I am everything to her. And I realized that that person didn't love me. When they say I love you is, for example, they say a girl sees a boy or a boy sees a girl and they're in love with each other, okay? And the boy, when he sees the girl, right, she's beautiful, or she's a girl who lives up to his expectations. So once he sees her, right, he experiences some kind of a pleasure, some kind of a happiness. Those emotions, right, have been lived up to, those happy emotions, those emotions which bring pleasure have been lived up to by seeing that girl, by talking to her. So he's not in love with that girl. He is doing justice to his emotions, to his happiness which he derives in seeing that girl. Likewise, vice versa with the girl. When she says, I love him, okay, fine. She doesn't love him for his love. She loves her emotions. That is, when she sees him, she derives some kind of pleasure. Maybe the guy is smart, maybe the guy is handsome, maybe the guy is of good personality, maybe he speaks good. So all these factors put together, right? And they derive some happiness in being with that person or seeing that person or talking to that person, and they say, I love you. No, they don't love that person. They love their emotions, their feelings, and they say that that's love. That's not love. True love is when you see that person, you know what makes that person happy, you know what emotions that person will go through happy emotions, and you do the needful for those emotions. That is what is called love. When you live up to the emotions of other people, to the happiness of other people, that is what you call love. True love means these emotions lived up to for the other person, not for an individual who says that I love that person, I can't live without that person. True, you can't live without a person, because when that person disowns you, right, all these emotions, all these sentiments, all these feelings die. So you can't live, because your happiness not been lived up to. So that is my interpretation of love. And this I'm talking is because I've gone through consequences which are genuinely fatally disastrous. Yeah, that's the reason I'm stating this anecdote. And believe me, when a person doesn't live up to the other person's emotion, right, believe me, and disowns that person due to selfishness, and that is called selfishness. When one doesn't live up to the other person's emotion, doesn't think of the other person's plight, and disowns that person, is called totally selfishness. It's being self-centered, period. It starts that, and this is the way I look at it, things. And the other person who's been disowned, or who's been just thrown like a piece of, I don't want to mention that term, just like a piece of whatever it is, hell breaks loose for that person. Genuinely, hell breaks loose. He goes through tragedy, or she goes through tragedy, and they become object of scorn, object of mocking, object of humiliation, object of ridiculousness. One goes through all that. You know why? Because of this term love. Love. They think they love that person, but when circumstances don't permit them, they start giving X number of reasons. They think they're valid, they think they're genuine, but no, they ain't valid, they ain't genuine. You gotta be firm, When you say you love somebody, right, you should love that person for that person's happiness. What will bring happiness to that person? How will I live up to his emotions or her emotions? That is what you call love. When you put yourself in that person's place and live for that person, right? That is what you call as true love. Then you got to think properly and step into this kind of a relationship of love. Okay, and now what you may call it. I can't explain myself, because the softest note of my heart has been touched talking on this topic. And one request, my dear friends, is you always, when you say you love somebody, right, let it be a mother, let it be a father, let it be a brother, let it be a friend, or let it be a girl, right? Make sure you're not being selfish. Make sure you always think of living up to the other person's emotion, the other person's plight, and not your happiness, or not your thrills, or not living up to your emotions. That's it, my dear friends. I think I'll call it off now, because yes, I am a bit worked up emotionally. Sorry about this, and see you in my next program. Take care. Ciao.